In 1972, Port Alberni was a boom town. The mills were running at capacity and Macmillan Bloedel was the company that ran it all. And it was to that community that a young Jan Peterson and her husband moved, a community that she fell in love with.
I mean, I do have a love relationship with Port Alberni, but it's that kind of community. And I think I felt that almost immediately. It's being in a small community, and it was special. I could tell that.
Jan embraced her new home and became involved with many of the groups and organizations of the time, and almost accidentally stumbled on the one thing that would become her lifelong passion.
I began writing when I was involved in the formation of the Rollin Arts Centre because I wanted to get publicity, and one thing led to another.
One thing did lead to another. She was hired as a reporter at the Alberni Valley Times, and decades later, she has published her 5th book about the city and area she loves so well.
The 4 books I had written previously about Port Alberni took the history up to amalgamation in 1967. But I wanted to write about what happened in Port Alberni for the next 3 decades because it totally changed.
The community did change drastically, and as a writer and a historian, Jan recognized the importance of recording those years.
When we arrived in 1972, I think there was about 5,700 men working in the mills all the way down the waterfront here. And then when the recession hit, it just, everything sort of went downhill. I wanted to write about that thing. I wanted people that are here now to realize what we all went through at those three decades. It was just an amazing time.
An amazing time chronicled by an author who witnessed it. Port Alberni, more than just a mill town, is available at bookstores everywhere and locally at the Rollin Arts Centre and the Alberni Valley Museum.
To know where you're going, you have to know where you've been. And for us, it was never just a mill town, and I hope that people that live here now, it's not just a mill town, it's Port Alberni.
In Port Alberni, I'm Nancy Wilmot.